Hi, David Lennon, Head of Marine at Envirotech. I just wanted to spend a couple minutes talking about our Marine Habitat Conservation and Restoration course and what it actually includes. What does it actually cover? Now, you can write to us and we'll give you a nice brochure, and in this brochure it covers a whole list of the different topics that are covered in the course. But I just wanted to point out from the outset that this course was designed by experts, some of us with 30 plus years experience in the field of conservation and restoration, and we said what's required to make a good graduate, to make a good employee in conservation and restoration activities, and we put this course together. So it's unique. Let's face it, it's the only one of its kind in Australia, in fact the whole world, that's accredited. So it does cover some unique subjects, but let's have a look at some of them that are covered. And we start with some fundamentals, such as conducting photography, and that's on land and underwater, because in the marine environment and with marine projects, we are taking photos. We need to document what's there, what isn't there, impacts that happened. We need to be able to take pictures underwater, on land. We need to take pictures for identification purposes, because sometimes we're out there in the field and we can't identify a specific plant or a coral, for example, or a fish. We need to get a good picture of it, and there's tricks to getting a good picture underwater that we teach. And then we bring it back to the various experts and we find out exactly what the species name is. Some other topics that are covered are provide information on coastal marine projects. We do emphasize quite a bit on presenting information, putting information together that's clear to different stakeholders of different types. Because with marine projects, conservation and restoration projects, we've got to be able to communicate to a range of different stakeholders involved. So we've got to learn how to put information together that's understood by a range of different stakeholders. So we cover that. Take measurements of individual corals, participate in a coastal dunes restoration, take part in mangrove conservation projects. So we get very hands-on in actual conservation activities, restoration activities. Participate in planning marine environmental assessments. When a project's going to happen, it's important to understand the nuts and bolts of what's involved in assessing what the impacts are, what they might be, what they actually are, what they're going to be. So there's the construction phase of an environmental project that we talk about, and then there's the operation phase of a project and the impacts that those different phases might have. Perform quadrat sampling. So there's a range of ecological tools, survey techniques that we use as scientists to identify what's there and how many of them are there. We use quadrats and we use transects, something called a transect, which is basically a line. Often it's with a tape measure, so we can measure how far we are along the tape measure and where we're taking the sample. And then we use a quadrat, which is a square of different sizes, and we count the species, the individuals, the plants, the animals within that particular quadrat. Respond to emergencies. Not likely, but just in the unlikely event that there was an emergency that happens, and let's face it, we've got to take care of workplace health and safety, especially working in the marine environment, because often things don't go to plan when working with the sea, and we need to be able to take care of emergencies. So we do cover health and safety, extremely important. Use tools to carry out basic tasks in marine conservation work. There's a number of different tools, everything from a camera, GPS, drone, underwater drills. There's a range of different tools that we cover and how to use them. So yes, it's hands-on. There is some theory, and that theory is covered by online sessions and face-to-face sessions every 10 weeks. So the online sessions are recorded, so if you happen to miss one, not a problem, you can watch the recording. We also have supporting videos with a lot of footage spliced into the videos to make it more interesting and interactive. So there's a range of different ways to learn this course. And again, we've designed it, this isn't for scientists. This is for just the general person. It doesn't even matter if you haven't finished high school. We've designed this course to be really easy to understand and learn. And that's the key, I think, behind this, because our goal is to get more conservation and restoration skills into more hands out there, because we've got the scientists that design restoration conservation projects, design the species that, and where the species are going to go, what's going to be planted where. But we need the troops on the ground that are actually going to do the work in protecting marine habitats and conserving and restoring marine habitats. And that's where you come in. We'd love to hear from you. You're welcome to get in touch and talk to someone like myself or one of the other trainers or any of the other staff. Ask us any questions that you've got about the course, about job opportunities. There's a huge amount of support on doing these courses. We've got an IT team that helps you with the IT side of things, and then we've got course support staff almost 24/7. I won't say we are exactly 24/7, but 7 days a week. If you've got a problem or got a question with one of the homework assignments or any of the course material, you can just get in touch with us, and somebody will be able to help you out. So thank you for your attention, and we'd love to hear from you if you're interested in the course. Thank you very much, and take care.